Hello, Coded Friend followers. Today, a little treat. Chilito, the nail biter? Or is it thumb sucker? I'm going nail biter, but I think it could be thumb sucker. Either way, there's a finger in the mouth. So we noticed, and I say we because, there is a group here. I'm just a voice. We noticed a little thing when we did the HELP Yeet Yeet broadcast, that the subsequent broadcasts after that, the yeeting really disappeared. Although I see the yeeting is back. But it's nice to know that we get inside that empty head of his and he can hear us rattling around. Because we know he's watching. Here's a response to something I said in the last broadcast I did about Chili biting his fingernails. And in the following broadcast, he brought it up and responded to it. So with the diminishing of the yeet yeet right after we did the yeet yeet broadcast, and then a follow-up with when we made the comment about this Uggo biting his nails. And Uggo is a little Chilito caste system that I need to cull some clips from the archive I have of him to put it together and explain it for you. He's one of the beautiful people. That's what's really bothering him. Remember the whole breakdown he did on Kate's physical appearance? See, Kate doesn't have the right to question Lil Chilito. Because Lil Chilito, in Lil Chilito's mind, is one of the pretty people. I mean, everybody sees the narcissism. It's so glaringly obvious. But little Chilito is aware of his flaws. And Lil Chilito hates when his flaws are brought out. Now, he's got very limited tolerance for the exposure of the flaws in his thought patterns, ideas, and presentations. But when it comes to his physical appearance, there are things that you can say about him that he absolutely has to respond to. He can't control himself. And finding those things and pushing those buttons is one of the minor things that the team here loves to figure out. So the Uggo thing is the bottom tier of a personal appearance caste system that Lil Chilito carries around in his head with him. And if you're not one of the beautiful people like Lil Chilito thinks he is, such a Hollywood attitude, you don't have the right to question him or to speak counter to him because you're not one of the beautiful people. So clip one we have here is Lil Chilito trying to covertly, without, acknowledging what we said here at Coded Friend, he's trying to answer to it. So have a listen to his little answer. And then after that is the clip where we referenced his nail biting, which tripped off the subsequent need to reply. You're so fucking easy. Then we'll play the reply clip again. So it's reply clip, our initial clip, and then reply clip. And then we're going to slow down the actual nail biting incident, which as the motion is slowed, it might not be nail biting. I think it's nail biting. You look at his thumbnails, they're pretty chewed. And I have past pictures where his hands were up, and one of the other people in the group noticed that he had gnawed on fingernails. You know, biting at yourself is a neurotic behavior. So it's not in and of itself a bad thing. It just is indicative of a neurosis. So we'll play those clips now, and then we'll get into the rest of it.
The thing for me right now is my nails are long, and it's driving me, because I'm literally in the sticks of Colombia right now. My nails are long, and it's driving me crazy.
I did it. Oh, hey, a step in the right direction. You finally admitted you were wrong. Kind of like that moment when you were doing your fundraiser, when you put your fist up to your face. People think you were huffing something. I don't. I think you were about to bite those scraggly fingernails of yours. Pay attention, people, when you watch him, if his hands go up. You bite your fingernails. That's a neurotic habit. You have quite a few neurotic habits. So you were about to bite your fingernails. You made the fist. You covered up your mouth, you know, to hide that or to prevent yourself from doing that, because it's a weird thing.
The thing for me right now is my nails are long, and it's driving me, because I'm literally in the sticks of Colombia right now. My nails are long, and it's driving me crazy.
Heavy sigh. Hand goes down. Little wipe. Thumb comes in the mouth. Thumb in the mouth. Oh, shit. I did that in front of people. And thumb in the mouth.
The thing for me right now is my nails are long, and it's driving me, because I'm literally in the sticks of Colombia right now. My nails are long, and it's driving me crazy.
Yeah, it is too pink, you weirdo. So, you know, we just want to let little Chilito know that we know he's watching us. And, you know, we appreciate your viewership. We got a couple more of your little habits to explore in the future. You know, comically, when we want to break things up and goof out on how goofy you are. You're not one of the pretty people, bro. You're one of the uggos. You literally chew at yourself. Or you're a thumb sucker. Which is it, Chili? You a nail biter or you a thumb sucker? Why are you sticking that thumb in your mouth? On another note, there's a really small channel I watch every once in a while because it just cracks me up. It's Platoon, PhD, Platoon Hard Drive. Platoon Hard Drive. I'll put the link for the video I'm going to talk about right now. I'll put that in the description. So That's Platoon Hard Drive, and the topic I'm going to just quickly go over now, the link for that specific video will be in the description. I don't know the guy. I don't talk really to the guy. Occasionally we have at codedfriend.001. Let me say that right. Codedfriend.001. Not 00.001. C.001. We are cool. Platoon Hard Drive is a really small channel I pop over to and watch every once in a while. If you're not into smoking Mary Jane or people who smoke Mary Jane, don't bother going over there. This guy smokes, watches chili videos, and just laughs his ass off at chili. It's pretty funny. Up until a broadcast or two ago, it was really lighthearted, goofing on chili stuff. And then the dude pointed out some psyop stuff that he had done in the military and how he was applying that technique and training to goofing on chili a little bit. And I think chili panicked, got spooked. He, did a background check on the guy, which is why our group and, protect your identity. Just know the arena you're playing in and protect your identity. Because there are shitty people out there. Chili DeCastro literally is a dime a dozen. Dime a dozen. There are so many people that are carbon copies of Chili DeCastro out there. And hopefully you're not aware of it because you don't see them. Which may be a good thing, it might not be a good thing. But once you recognize Chili DeCastro, you'll start to see that there's nothing unique about him. And you know other individuals throughout the course of your day that are carbon copies of this self-worshipping, doesn't care about anyone but himself type of mentality. So Platoon Hard Drive was goofing on chili. And then he did the reveal that he was ex-military and did PSYOPs work. I haven't verified any of that. That's the information Platoon Hard Drive gave from Platoon Hard Drive's videos. So I think it spooked out Chili because Chili went, got the guy's real name, which I don't think the dude at Platoon Hard Drive ever really concealed his real name or anything. He might have actually, spoken it out into the public. So Chili went and did background checks on the guy, whatever. It turns out that Platoon Hard Drive had an issue with a woman that he dated for, 6 or more years. And in an intoxicated state sent some not nice emails. So I'll leave the link in the box, the description box. I'll leave the link in the description box below. Go over and check it out. Because Chili's made a few apologies lately. If you compare the type and style of Lil Chilitian lizard-like apology with what Platoon Hard Drive had to say about his situation and circumstance, you'll understand the difference between a deflector, I did bad things, but it's not my fault because, and what really amounts to be the proper way to deal with a past problem. Own it. Don't try to hide it. Own it. Be sincere about it. admit your wrongs, move on. There's only one thing you have to concern yourself with after you do that. Do not repeat the behaviors that you've apologized for. That's how you lose credibility. You wish bone cancer on children, and then you apologize deflectively, blaming someone else for irritating you to the point where you said such horrific things. That's not an apology. That's blame shifting. And then time goes by, and idiotically, you wooden-headed mannequin, you did the same thing. A day ago, 2 days ago, you wanted to make it clear that you didn't wish bone cancer on all children, but that you only wished bone cancer on the children of the people you dislike. You wiggle around that any way you want. Run as fast as you can away from that. You still wished bone cancer on children. And you did it again. And you want to say, oh, it's not what you say it is because I didn't wish bone cancer on all children. Tell the truth. I wished bone cancer on a specific group of children. So the statement, Chili, I know you don't understand logic, but anyone who says that you wished bone cancer on children, that's a factual statement. 100% true and correct. You're a weasel. So if you want to know the difference between a sincere, honest, and owned apology, jump over to Platoon Hard Drive. Links in the description below. See what he had to say about his past problem. And then recall or go over and look at the videos where Chili had to apologize for the shitty things he said about wishing cancer on children. And there's a ton of other things he probably should have apologized for by now, which he hasn't. Including this little one. You went from New Hampshire to Massachusetts to hook up with Josh Abrams, Memorial Day weekend. You knew all about Josh. You knew he was a felon. You knew he was on parole, probation, whatever he's on. You were going to stay at his house. You made a big deal about him not letting you stay at your house, at his house. The reason you weren't allowed to stay at his house is because he's a felon, a convicted felon, and you had guns in your car. You can't be there. You never apologized to him for that. You never told the truth about that to him. You never told the truth about that, Chilito. Because you don't care who you harm or who you get into trouble or conflict. All you do is roll into town, find a hornet's nest, jack a stick into the nest, and then fucking run. That's all you do. You've never done anything more than that. You're all for law and order, but you skipped on a warrant for a minimal thing. Because you broke, you got no money, and you pissed everyone off there, so nobody's going to bond you. And I think a guy did bond you, and you skipped on him. Who are you going to blame that one on? Oh, that's right, you do. You blame it on the system there for wanting to jail you. You ran from a bond. You didn't show up for court. Then your Deborah did the same thing. And over at Bits and Pieces, he pointed that out, and you started going after him. You're a shitty person surrounded by shitty people. You're a shitty person surrounded by shitty people. So, Platoon Hard Drive in that video requested that you do not include the name of the female. He owned what he did. He told you you could go ahead and release the information you have about him. He asked you not to include the name of the female because she has nothing to do with it. The beef between you and him. If you dox that female, Chili, Lil Chilito, my boys are going to start focusing on your support group. They're not now. Nobody really wants to. We really just want to explore the mess that is Jose Maria de Castro. That's all we really want to do. Because you a snake? You're a snake. That's how you self-described. That little email chain you sent. You're a snake. You're full of poison. That's the type of predator you are. It's not alpha. You a fucking heel biter. That's what you are. You're a heel biter. You might bite the heel, but the heel was made to crush your head. Don't forget that little scripture. You may bite the heel, but the heel will crush your head. I think the beginning of your demise was when you read the Bible and decided to reject it. As if you're not with God, you with the darkness. So that's all you do. You're just venom. You're a venomous person, and you're just a venom. No sense of humor. No sense of self-critique. Just a reptile. Cold-blooded, venomous reptile. And if your people want to hang with you, what does that make you? King snake in a pit of snakes? We're going to start picking off your people, Chili. If you release any information on that female, we will start picking off your people. And my personal choice is Dr. Law. That marble-mouthed. I'm going to pick Dr. Law. In fact, you know what? I think what we'll do is we'll take your support group, David Condon, Jeff Lloyd, Zahner, we're including them. We're going to dig there. Jeff Lloyd, Zahner, David Condon. Because if you're going to do this to people, open the door, dude. If you open the door, we'll come through. Open the door. We want to go after your support network. We want to. Have fun coming back through customs, Lil Chilito. Make sure nothing's in your bags that you're not supposed to have. We're happy to know that you're watching us. It's more fun when we know you're looking. And boyo, the easiest thing to hunt, not track, not stalk, the easiest thing to hunt is the wolf pursuing the injured lamb. There's nothing easier in the world to hunt than the wolf that's preoccupied with the injured lamb. We're happy to know you're watching us. All right, coded friend 001 subscribers. If you think Chili is a nail biter, put a 1 in the comment section. You can do it in the chat now while the live is going. But when you leave comments down in the comment section, if you think Lil Chilito is a neurotic nail biter, leave a 1 in the comment section below. If you think that Lil Chilito is a thumb-sucking mama's boy, afraid of everything in the world, put a 2. So if you think Chilito's a neurotic nail biter, put a 1 in the comments. If you think Lil Chilito is a thumb-sucking mama's boy, put a 2 in the comments. We're breaking down more videos. We're watching intently. We added a person or two to the group who had initially wanted to participate. And these are not people that are on YouTube or the internet. This is a group of my friends, my boys. We're going to be looking. We're going to be looking into a lot more stuff. We have a little more resources and a bit more manpower, thanks to 2 new additions. So we got an interview in the pipeline, too, that, there's a law enforcement official that we'd like to sit down and have a talk with. And old ATF guy, retired ATF. I don't think he's old. I think he's probably in my age range. Retired ATF. Released a book earlier in the year. I stumbled across a small podcast that he was on, and then I found out he had a podcast, and then I saw the book thing, and I was interested in the book about his career with the ATF, and I managed to get a couple previews and clips of the book. Some really interesting stuff. So we may have a ATF guy to, bring on board, chat with, tap his resources. We'll see what happens in the future. Hopefully those things develop. So pop over and check out Platoon Hard Drive. And, go tell Chili we love him. We love him, and we know he's watching us. Later.